Hey screeners, how you doing? It's myself, Anthony Jordan.
And me, Niro.
And we are the Silver Screen Dudes. Okay guys, another new show for 2016 was the Best and Worst Show. What we do is we take an actor, director, even the genre, and we discuss what we believe is the best of that category and the worst of that category. Then, Nick has gone on to Rotten Tomatoes and will give us the official best and worst of that category.
And you will try and guess them.
Indeed, I will. I will try my very best.
It seems to get harder each week. Because this week we've got probably the go-to guy when you think about great directors, when you think about great actors.
Yeah.
You know, he is one of the all-time greatest. But it's a funny one, isn't it? Because he's also quite rigid in the roles he's done. But I am talking about Robert De Niro.
Yes, Mr. Robert De Niro, the man
who
himself.
will always be remembered for his gangster roles. Not necessarily just the ones with Scorsese, but he has made a name for himself, be it with Sergio Leone, be it with Scorsese, as a gangster.
Yeah.
Be it with Brian De Palma in The Godfather. He's done loads of movies. He will be remembered as arguably the greatest gangster actor ever, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
In terms of that genre, he is the king.
For sure.
He's reinvented himself a bit as a comedy actor, but I think his Scorsese days and 80s, that was when he was at his best.
For sure, most definitely.
So let's start with what you think the best was.
Okay,
your best.
My best. Right, my best. I was going. It was a tough one. I nearly said Goodfellas, but I went for Casino. Casino was my one. I just, again, thank you to you for the introduction on that one. Hey, we're not even going DVD, we're going VHS. I saw that on VHS thanks to this man. And fantastic story. I just love it. Just brought in to handle Casino Affair. It's, as you said, Robert De Niro in gangster movies, but not only that, we're talking gangster land, Las Vegas, Nevada. He's running the casinos. The chemistry between him and Joe Pesci as well is just
nuts.
It's there, fantastic. Sharon Stone was fantastic. It was a great film all round.
Yeah, the love triangle between all of them was brilliant. My best, actually, I went the other way because actually I thought that in Casino, I thought Joe Pesci was the star.
Yeah.
So I went with Goodfellas. That's my favorite. I appreciate that it's probably not his best role. It's one of his best. And he's not necessarily the lead, that's Ray Liotta.
Yeah, that was
he just jumps out playing Jimmy Conway in that movie. It's all about, the mobsters knocking off the Lufthansa flight and making millions in the process. And then as Jimmy Conway gets more and more paranoid, he starts knocking people off.
Yeah.
Great movie. Both of them Scorsese roles. If you haven't seen it, to coin your phrase, get to know.
Yeah, if you don't know,
these are two that, these would fit into probably, both of those would go into my top 20 of all time.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Very, very much so.
Not necessarily top 10, but top 20.
Yeah.
Definitely. Your worst.
Right, okay. Analyze that.
No, that was one I was going with.
I loved Analyze This.
Yes.
Loved it. And I heard Analyze That. I remember falling asleep in the cinema. And I've never gone back to it. It was that bad. It was weak.
Fall from grace, huh?
Yeah, it was. You know what it comes back to? What I always say. Sometimes you don't plan on a sequel. And this
one should have been left alone.
They didn't plan on the sequel. They saw the success, an unexpected success probably for them, and they thought, let's go with it. Billy Crystal and Robert De Niro. Sorry, Rob, that just wasn't it. Analyze that.
Analyze this.
Analyze this.
Great movie.
Analyze that. It needed analysing before being released.
Why the fuck are you talking about my father? Let's talk about your father. Let's not talk about my problems. Hey, your father's a problem? That's not what I said. That is what you just said. Just leave me alone. Hey, I'm getting good at this. I loved Analyze This. And Analyze That nearly made my worst. My worst, believe it or not, was one of his animated roles.
Was it Shark Tale? Yeah, Shark Tale.
Correct.
Yeah.
This came out post Finding Nemo. And I still remember, I can't remember her name at school, but I had an argument in art class with a girl after seeing Shark Tale, because this is a movie following Finding Nemo, which the theme was being set undersea. The location belonged undersea. You couldn't set that. Shark Tale, you could have set this movie anywhere. It didn't need to be undersea. Will Smith being a kind of hip-hop fish. You got the jellyfish being reggae. That was a cool idea. But Robert De Niro playing a godfather shark. It's like, you could have been set in the desert and he could have been an armadillo gangster godfather. Armadillo, it didn't belong undersea. And after Finding Nemo, it was probably because of Finding Nemo, it just came off as so poor and lazy. And I was watching, I was like, I am very aware that I'm not watching Finding Nemo right now.
And that's the thing, it was in that same sort of era. It
came out within the same era,
exactly.
And it was like,
Nemo won, it was just hands down.
It wasn't a fight.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
All right, AJ, so now we've got to play our weekly guessing game.
Okay. As much as Goodfellas and Casino were there.
I'll be impressed if you guess
Do
these.
you know what? I'm going for this one.
What are we starting with? Best or worst?
I'm going to go with best.
Alright, what do you think his best
I'm
is?
confident on best. I'm actually going with the one that won him the Oscar, Raging Bull.
It's nearly the best. It's not the best.
Sugar.
Raging Bull scored 97%.
Okay.
As did The Godfather Part 2, which I thought would win it for him. His best movie, according to Rotten Tomatoes, it's a Scorsese role, Taxi Driver.
It crossed my mind, but I thought it was literally the Oscar that tipped it for me.
98% for Taxi Driver. What about his worst?
Do you know what? Again,
I'll give you a clue. This is bad. Bad.
Do you know what came into my head? This is what came into my head.
It's not a comedy. I'll give you that clue right now so it gives you more of a chance. It's not a comedy.
Ooh. Okay.
You were going to say Little Fuckers,
I was going to
weren't
say
you?
Little Fuckers.
Nope.
I switched off by that
That's
time.
38%.
Oh, it's not a comedy.
It's not a comedy.
Do you know what I'm part tempted? I don't even know if it's a comedy, but it was a De Niro film I didn't really care for. Was The Family that came out recently?
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, his worst film is Godsend, starring Greg Kinnear, and essentially Greg Kinnear and his wife have a child. The child dies at 8, and then Robert De Niro plays this creepy doctor who comes in and says, using stem cells, I can clone your son back to life. And it gets dark and creepy, and it's got a whopping 4% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Even the concept just sounds wrong.
It's so bad. It is so
missed
bad.
It missed my radar, but just
Yeah,
reading-
keep it that way.
I
You
would-
don't need to get to know this
I
one.
would have guessed just hearing the story. That just sounds wrong.
It was that era where De Niro was just not making good movies. He went through a 5-6 year spell
Yeah.
where he was turning
Happens
out
to us,
bad
yeah.
stuff.
Okay, guys. Well, interesting. I was wrong. I literally was going for Little Fuckers. Meet the Parents, worth watching. Again, he does the first good comedies. Sequels go bad. Okay. Do you agree with the best and worst? Our best and worst, Rotten Tomatoes best and worst. We'd like to hear from you guys. Comment below and subscribe to us here on YouTube. And again, we do the social network. So we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe, like, follow there. Comment, interact with us. We'd love to hear from you guys. But until then, I'm Anthony Jordan.
And question for me, what is your favourite Robert De Niro performance? Let us know what your favourite role is. I'm Nico Luro.
Right. Catch you guys later.
See ya.